Texoma Exotics presents Not Another Reptile Podcast.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
What's going on?
How's it going?
It's
I was
going.
jamming out the intro music.
I know.
Heck yeah. I always get hit with that. You can't be monetized because of my music, and I'm like, I don't care anymore. Let it happen.
I want to be monetized. Why monetize me?
Right. Miss Jamie from More Forge was first one on tonight. Congratulations, Jamie. And how are you? James Cherry, what's up? Osa, let's go.
Okay.
Sammy, how are you? And of course, first.
Shane.
That's my favorite comment is 28
Thank
minutes late. He is the first person.
What's up, Shane?
He's always first, no matter what.
I know. Yeah. It's all right, Shane.
So we have Zach this evening. Husbandry Pro, and of course, parts. Also, we can't talk about one without talking about the other. And they got some new cool stuff happening. And I'm just going to give it to you, Zach. I'm going to put you on big screen because I know you're a salesman and you got this.
Do your thing.
Oh, we've been working our butts off over here. The main thing we're excited about right now is our shed testing that we rolled out. And this is through shedtesting.com. Charlie, most of y'all know Charlie. I think Holly's got a nice code to get you a discount for him, which we will be honoring those codes soon through our system. Once we finish getting those set up, we've worked out an agreement with Charlie, so we'll be able to take y'all's partners coupons for Charlie through our system as well. This is our our public side. You don't even have to be a Husbandry Pro member to use shed testing through us. We've actually developed the fastest way to set up and order a shed test without signing up for anything. So you just go to Husbandry Pro and then you click on shed testing and it's going to bring you to your public testing page. And this is for anyone who's not already a Husbandry Pro member. And it's as simple as coming down here, making up an ID number for an animal, picking what test you want, and going on through and entering your payment information. Once you're done entering your payment information, everybody write down my address real quick. Once you're done entering your payment information, it's going to bring you here to go ahead and pay. Right now, we currently are running a discount for everyone to come check it out. It is HP Shed 10. We'll put it down here where everyone can see it later, but it'll get you $10 off your first order, and you can put your coupon in here. It won't let me because I've already used the coupon, but it'll let you put the coupon in. It'll knock $10 off that first order for you, and you can pay through PayPal, or we take credit card, and it's secure checkout through swipe process. There are a few acknowledgments. With us, you're going to print off the QR code. Some people might be used to just reaching out to Charlie and just writing under the marker. You're going to have a QR code with us, and we give it to you in two ways. You can either print it off on a thermal label, or you can print it off just regular notebook paper. Send that in with your shed, and that's going to marry everything. You'll get a nice little email confirming that you sent it in. And when Charlie's done with your test, you get your results via email. If you are a Husbandry Pro user, you'll actually get it inside the system, and you'll be able to click a little button next to it and accept your results. And as soon as you accept it, it'll update your animal and change the genetics to match whatever the test results are.
Nice.
I like that.
You got a nice little pop-up here for people, I think most people watching the podcast probably know what shed testing is, but if you don't know, it gives you a nice little walkthrough of what it is and why it's helpful for you. You can pull up a list of all the available tests, and this is going to be the exact same test that Charlie has. Our pricing is the same as Charlie's on the tests. The credit system will hopefully be out next week, and with the credit system, it'll match the credit system. And also the Choose 3. We've worked out a deal with Charlie on the Choose 3 as well, or the Pick 3, where you'll be able to pick 3 tests for a discounted rate for the same animal. Or you'll be able to buy credits. If you know you're going to be testing a lot of animals, you'll be able to buy credits in bulk amounts like 20, 40, 100 plus, and be able to buy your sheds for a discounted rate. And those rates are the same that you're available through Charlie right now. So if you're using Husbandry Pro already, might as well go ahead and order your results through there. You can order directly on the animal from the system while you're in Husbandry Pro already. Just click on the animal, click on the genetic, order the test, get it paid for. The results will come in. Click a button that you got your results. It's going to update the animal for you. Couldn't make it any easier. If you're wanting to do shed testing and you're like, I don't use those other companies and I don't want to set up a profile or load my animal in, like it's a pain in the butt. If you just want a guest checkout, it's like, come here, you can get $10 off your order, go through your guest checkout, be done in a few seconds. It's just for the first order. It will register your email address and your IP.
So will his gift cards be able to work through Husbandry Pro as well?
No, they will not. Charlie will always be able to run his own specials, his own sales, just like we will from time to time. Okay. Like our discount code of HP Shed 10 for $10 off your order. That's not a coupon that's going to work with Charlie. So we'll all have our own. We are working on getting the affiliate code set up though, so those work with everybody. Like Adam and you, and there's a couple others. Mm-hmm. And we're going to try to make those codes work back and forth. Everyone who's, mass promoting a code out there will get it, but we'll always do our own little specials and sales.
Hey, awesome. Steven. Hey, Tara.
Right,
well, can I give a little shout out to Charlie real quick, y'all? Because man, it's Charlie. I love Charlie. Charlie's the best. And I don't know if he's done a sneak peek on this yet, and he may whoop my butt for this, but he does have a Black Friday special going on. And it's 20% off of gift cards. So you can go to shedtesting.com, and that's another way to save. And everybody knows right around the holidays, we all need a little help.
Nice.
That's great gift ideas.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And if we're going to buy it anyways, you got friends who are doing stuff, or, some coming up in the hobby or been here for a while. We had mentors and stuff, nice little way to pay it by, buy them a couple shed tests, send it over for a Christmas present.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yep. That's on the notebook now. Perfect.
Everybody likes usable gifts. I love gift cards. I'm like, oh yeah, give me a gift card. Yep. Like a lot of times, what do you get? Like half the time you get random stuff and you're like, oh, thank you. And it's like, what do you do with it? If you're like me, you're collecting this stuff now, and now it's sitting there. You got knickknacks sitting around everywhere, and it's like, do I throw it away? Do I re-gift it? How long do I have to keep it before I feel bad about getting rid of it? It's like, give you a gift card. Everyone loves gift card. You go buy what you want.
That's right.
So
I like the ones for somewhere. If you give me the Visa one, it's not the same because it's like you just gave me money, and not like, don't give me money. If you give me money, I'm just gonna buy a Monster and food.
Zach, are you guys is pricing the same for again all Husbandry Pro members and tiers, or like higher tiered Husbandry Pro subscribers discounted on shed tests, or is that something you guys would add in the future if it's not right now?
That is something that's something we've discussed internally as a possibility. It's not something we're doing at this moment in time. It's this, it's just the set pricing across the board for everyone. But that is something that is on our radar. It's something we look at possibly doing in the future. It's a possibility. Cool. Our main focus right now, though, is we want to get the credit system out. We want to get the Choose 3 out. That way you're able to buy through us any way you're able to buy through Charlie. So, there have been people who are like, man, I want to buy, but like he's got to pick 3 and I need 3, like I can't use Husbandry Pro. And it's like, oh, you're right. But we're going to take care of that. We're going to get that fixed, and all that'll get better. As he rolls out new tests, it automatic, update to our stuff. All that stuff's linked over. But we're loving Charlie so far. We've got a great relationship with him. He's a great guy. We're happy to be partnered with him. We'll be rolling out more stuff in the future with him as we build this relationship out.
Good.
Hey, Zach, I noticed that on my Husbandry Pro, when I've got it pulled up, I have new flashing indicators on the genetics for my snakes. Are
Yes.
those, is that when Charlie has a test that's ready for us to use through Husbandry Pro, I'm assuming?
So that's something we're still tweaking just a little bit. It is already out there for the recessives. So if you have a POS het, a 66% or a 50% het, as you know, any of those three choices, and it's something that Charlie does have a test for, it should have a flashing indicator as long as you have Animax or graphics turned on in your settings, which I believe it's on by default in everybody's settings. But yeah, you see a nice little flasher letting you know. It doesn't flash on the incomplete dominant genetics. I don't know. It's an internal thing. We've decided at this point in time not to have it on those, just because usually if you're putting yellow belly in there, you know it's in there, and there's not a POS yellow belly for it to flash on, and we don't want flashing dots all over everybody's screen all the time for no reason. So at this point in time, we've left it just for the recessives. But if it is a test he has, like if you put in yellow belly and it's a POS yellow belly, and yellow belly is one of the tests he can test for, you can click on it and it will work. It just doesn't have the flashing indicator.
Okay, gotcha.
Hey,
So nice little sales tactic though, because every time I see it, I'm like, I click on it. I'm like, oh, I gotta
click it. It's like,
I gotta do a shed test.
So my question on that is, I was just looking. I checked 2 of my animals in husbandry, so it does it for the 100% hets and the POS hets. Is there a way to turn it off for the 100% hets? You know what I mean? Like, and keep it with the POS hets?
Is it on 100% hets right now?
Yeah. I just checked one of mine that's 100% het pied and then one that's 66%, and they were the same. So I'm just wondering, that
could be as simple as putting in an IT ticket, or if whenever we finish our maintenance, I can get it fixed. But if you put in an IT ticket, we can get to it faster. Because it's not supposed to be on the 100%. It should just be on the 50%, 66, and then the POS.
Okay.
Well, we've been tweaking it. Like at first, they didn't realize it came through, and we're like, oh, ball pythons, and then people are like, we don't have ball pythons. Why is this stuff flashing on all of our corn snakes and stuff? And we realized that a lot of the genetics were like, if they had the same name in different species, it was We've been tweaking it and finding little stuff like that, but we're getting it smoothed out.
Yeah, is that the big maintenance stuff that I've been seeing every time I log on? It's like I logged on 3-4 times today, and it's been like maintenance warning, like it might shut down for a bit.
The maintenance thing, that's different. So we were doing some performance upgrades on back end stuff, just helping loading times and stuff like that. And it was supposed to be a simple minor maintenance issue thing that we loaded in. And when you get these websites that have been around for so long, there's so many pages of coding, you think that it's going to go smoothly, and then stuff doesn't iron out quite the way you want it to. So it was supposed to be like a quick changeover this morning, and it has ended up taking a little longer than we thought. And we've got the holidays right now. So we're working on getting it fixed. It should all be fixed, hopefully tomorrow at the latest, if not sooner. The only thing I can't seem to get to right now, I think we have most of it fixed except for home. If you go to husbandry.pro, you're getting an error. But if you type in /login, you can get there. If you type in /testing, you can get there. You can get to any of the sub pages. It's just that login. It's just that, the initial home page. So I know it's a pain in the butt and an inconvenience. We apologize to everyone. We're trying to get that taken care of ASAP, and hopefully we'll have it fixed soon.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, I do believe we have all the apps are back up. Everyone can use the app now and get back into the system. You should be able to do it. You might experience a little bit of slowness and lag loading on the animal list or some of the other screens until we finish getting this knocked out. But we made a lot of progress. We were able to get most of it fixed pretty soon.
Well, that's everybody except me. I'm that one guy who the app doesn't work for.
What?
I don't know if I was talking to you directly, but I put in a ticket. You guys worked on it for on and off for months. And then finally you guys are like, hey man, I don't know what the heck. We don't know what's going on here. Apple doesn't know. Nobody knows. Did
you have the one thing, like you can't use it at all? Like it just does not work on your phone at all. Like
if I restart my phone, I can open it the first time and use it. When I close the app and I go to open it back up, I get just a white loading screen.
See, I've had one other person who gets a white loading screen, but anytime they restart the app, it works fine. They just get the white loading screen if they minimize the app, go into anything else, and then try to open the app back up. So I had a couple people who've had that issue.
Yeah.
Something we're working on. The first issue where you're just getting the white screen on load, like we're not able to reproduce that. No one can reproduce that.
Yeah.
We tried on multiple different devices.
My wife's got the app on her
versions of
phone.
both.
No issues whatsoever. We both have the same, iPhone, whatever. Same exact thing. Works on hers, doesn't work on mine.
And stuff like that just kills me. I hate when stuff like that happens too, because it's like, man, at a certain point, it's like you troubleshot everything. No one else is having the issue. So it's like it's got to be a problem with the device, but we can't necessarily troubleshoot device problems because we're not Apple.
Right.
Apple wasn't.
And Apple is like they're fixing anything on our app to roll out a new version. We always have to do everything on Android first. You have to test it first, and it has everything to do with Apple and nothing to do with us. And that's why there's so many companies who have Android apps and no Apple apps, is because of how much of a pain in the butt they are to go through. Even just to test it, it's a long, lengthy process just to get someone added and approved to even test an app on there. Where you can I can just send a link to our new version of I'm testing a new version for Android right now that's going to fix some of the push notification problems. If you've been having push notification issues and not getting those reliably, that should be fixed soon. I'm testing the new Android version for that now. Everybody seems to be working good. We had problems seems to be on the S23 for people who have a new Galaxy, but we'll have that fixed soon.
This is the only thing that I don't understand. Under my breeding plans, you do not have permission, and that's it. And it never goes away.
If you click the X, it doesn't go away?
Oh, no.
All the way at the right.
On the right-hand side.
Yeah, but when you go back, like when you go to the other screen and you pull it up again, there it is again. I have no idea. I'm like, of course I've got permission. I've just never heard anybody else having something like that. That's just kind of weird. But I do get a lot of compliments on my animal list, and they're like, how did you get all those colors like that?
Yeah, it's awesome.
What?
Help us. So, man, y'all
That's
can
really
customize
cool.
this app like crazy.
Oh, like crazy.
The more time you spend in it, the more you'll learn.
Yeah, I'm a Husbandry Pro novice imbecile.
I love it. I'm so glad that you go do the extra work for the Apple products, because I would not be able to get your app if you didn't. So thank you for that.
We've been working it, and thankfully the Husbandry Pro Next stuff that we're working on, the new version, is on the Meta. That's the same platform that Meta uses for your Facebook and your Instagram and stuff. And that's one of the reasons we're really excited about that. Is Meta announced a couple weeks ago that they're doubling down and greatly increasing their investment in that platform to make sure it's the software platform for the next 20 years. And so everything will be using the platform that we're going to be using in the future. And it just works so much smoother. Like what you do for Android, like I am not the developer guy. People ask me developer questions. I'm the guy who talks to people about it. But from what I know, it should eliminate a lot of those problems where, if we fix it for Android, when we roll it out for Apple, it'll just work because the system that Meta's built on works more favorably with Apple than it used to.
Yeah.
Nice.
Does anybody in the chat have questions for Zach about Husbandry Pro? Hit him up. We're all ears this evening.
Oh, we can talk about some other things we got coming on. We're doing we did the shed testing stuff. That's obviously our big focus. That's one of the reasons we haven't announced our public market yet. If you're a Husbandry Pro member already, like I know a lot of y'all are here, you've probably already seen it because it says new. It's right there next to your shed testing. It is actually on the front page. You can scroll all the way down to the very bottom to where the thumbnails and stuff are. And it's you can't get to the login screen right now or the home page. But I'll pull up the market. Wrong button.
I was going to, and
So what are your long-term plans for that, Zach?
This is it. This is our long-term plan for the market. We've provided it, and it is something that we've provided at no additional charge to any of our users. We're not raising our rates for this. There's no listing fees or anything along the lines. Basically, what this market is just a searchable place where you can see all the animals that are already listed in user stores. So if you are of the, I believe, collector tier or above, you get access to a private store. If you have gone and set your store up and you mark your animals for sale and you list them to show into your store, you have been able to share a link of your store privately with your customers to advertise your stock. And we've preserved the integrity of that because, that's something we have that the other, nobody else has that, is like, I can send you my inventory and there's nothing else you can see on there besides my animals. And there's no buttons you can click that's going to do anything besides ask me about my animals or look at more of my animals. So the downside of that was we couldn't share that with the general public. We had a little store database that you could find, but it wasn't user friendly. So what we've done is we've added this market so the general public can search and they can find this and they can search through all of the animals that are currently listed as available in people's stores. We maintained the integrity of the storefront, so you can still send your link to your store to people, and there's nothing they can do to get to this marketplace. So you don't have to worry about that. It's very basic, very user-friendly, or we try to be very user-friendly. You just got your categories, which is, the basic categories that are available in Husbandry Pro. All of your custom stuff. If you use custom species, it goes in one of the other categories for other snakes, other amphibians, other lizards.
Yeah.
You can click on your animals, which just goes to the full list of everything. Or you have your store database where you can look and shop by certain users. You can scroll through and see what all users we have. And be like, oh, look, Brian. Let's see what Brian's got. I pick on Brian because he's the homie and I know he's got this stuff set up. Plus, Brian's one of our partners. And it's like, oh, cool. So now I can go through here and I can search. I can subscribe to their store and get notifications anytime that they ever upload new animals. I'll get an email notification. There I can search for them if I want to. And you can do it this way. And so you can shop by brand if you like to shop for a specific customer. You also have to ignore my animals with no pictures. I'm slacking.
Can you shop by specific genetics?
Yes, you can. So that's the stores page where you can look by specific stores. If you go to either your full animals list or you can select one of the categories, you're going to go to our market page. And this is the market page we have here. Just some basic filters. Again, this is a free feature we've added. We're not going to build this out. We are not going to promote this because if we did, we'd have to start charging you money for it. And then Husbandry Pro would turn into a listing site instead of being a husbandry site.
Right.
But right now we're able to offer this as free. And so it's more of a Craigslist type situation. There's no verified buyers. So, it's seller beware on this one because, it's just like your own personal website. Anybody in the world can go there, click the purchase button. And so you're on your own to, vet that user, reach out to them, talk to them.
Gotcha.
Along those lines. We don't get in the middle of your transactions. We simply facilitate this and make it available for you to do so.
And can you set up a notification for a specific gene or something to that effect? So when there's one that's posted? No? Okay.
No, there's no really advanced features here. All of that stuff takes a lot of development dollars to do. And, at the end of the day, if we were to add anything more than what we have in here already, we would absolutely have to charge. There's already a good development cost in this just to add this for our users. And we went ahead and just done it because some of our users have wanted to be able to look. It's more focused at our Husbandry Pro users being able to look and see what other Husbandry Pro members are selling. We have went ahead. Sorry.
I was saying how to stand in Germany. Go ahead.
We did opt to go ahead and stick a link to it on the front page. We are going to make that link a little bigger once we finish rolling out our shed testing stuff. We'll make that link a little bigger at the top where people can find it a little easier. We might do some very minimal SEO optimization on the home page just to help it show up a little bit, for people who search on Google and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we're not going to push it. We're not going to build it out a whole lot because we're not a listing site. We don't want to get convoluted or get construed as a listing site. And we're not looking to get a whole bunch of people rushing over here to sign up for Husbandry Pro to use this market, because we're not a listing site, and we're not going to start adding a lot of bells and whistles for it because we don't want to lose our identity.
Well, so that being said, this has nothing. If you change a listing or do an update in Morph Market, there's no connection to Husbandry Pro, right? In terms of updating status.
No, there is no working relationship between Morph Market and Husbandry Pro. We do have an export that you can do, and you can export your data, and you can use Morph Market's import. And as they update their import, we do update our export to try to make sure they're working toe in hand. And I get along with Darian. I've spoke with him. He tries not to make changes unless he absolutely has to for stuff, because we could get in a war very quickly of him just changing his import all the time, us changing our export to match it all the time. And at the end of the day, we have a decent relationship. I get along with Darian, and he's got some husbandry features, and we've got some store features. But Morph Market's a listing site, and we're a husbandry site, and we're going to stay that way.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, here's one thing. Like, I was just checking it out. It's not really a bell or a whistle, but if you go to page 4 and you click on an animal and then hit back, it takes you back to the first page. Or at least it did for me. Is it supposed to do that? If you
should it take me back to page 4 instead of taking me back?
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's then I gotta go all
start all over.
Yeah.
Well, you click page 4 again, but
if I'm on page,
we could probably stuff like that could be tweaked.
But no, it's pretty cool.
Nobody's really used it yet to find stuff like that. We do have a ticket system, and stuff like that's a quick 5-second ticket from being fixed.
I like it though. I do. It's a nice addition.
Oh, that's a nice looking snake right there. Oh, that's crazy. It's one of mine.
Really?
So are you guys ever going to get to the point to where whenever you're viewing an animal, before you open it up, you can see whose animal it is?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
So if you would like to shop by brand, we have added the store option where you can come here, you can look by stores, you can find the store that you like. You can go here and shop with the 1776 Reptiles guy. And if you like, you can even get notified and get subscribed to that store. But we like to make sure that our market is an even playing field. And once we start putting names on there, it becomes a who's who of it. And I feel like the focus in the animal screen should be the focus on the animal and a representation of that animal. If you would like to do branding, have some people who had asked, I could, hold on, let me show you an illustrious page 4.
Leviathan, like he has his.
From one of the homies. Oh, of course, now I go to page 4. Oh, wait, there we go. Let me hide that.
Yeah.
I love that button. I love that button right there. I added that button.
Yeah.
Oh, now I can't find Leviathan stuff. Oh, Jeremy got it.
There's one from Jeremy, right?
Yeah, there you go.
You want to get your advertisement in there. That's how you do it.
Right.
But it's literally, we gave it somewhere to focus on the brand, and now this is where we focus on the animal. We didn't feel the need because it defeats the purpose of the storefront. Like I noticed on some other sites where you have the area where you can shop by stores, nobody uses it at all. Not ever. I've heard analytical numbers from how many people click that button, and it's minuscule to none. And I've seen numbers on ours. We actually added a store directory, and 3 people ever used it. We took it down after a long time. And so now that we have the store, people have actually clicked on this more, and we haven't even advertised this or posted on it in social media publicly or anything. We've had more people click on the store button here to shop by store, and we haven't even announced it than we did when we just had the store directory.
Yeah, I still think it's important for breeders and stuff because there is a lot of people I will buy from and a lot I won't buy from. And I have my main people I buy from, like Bob Vu. I'm one of his biggest customers, So.
Yeah, and that was the big reason we added the being able to subscribe, like Bob Vu. If Bob was on here, you could subscribe to Bob, and so you'd see all of Bob's animals and stuff.
Hey, Bob, get Husbandry Pro.
Yeah, Bob, quit playing. But you know, it becomes overkill. It's like, oh, you have the section where you can look them up by the store. Oh, it's here. Oh, you can get notified. Oh, it's there. It's like it's bob. And so, you know, we want to steer away from that, and the focus here is on the animals, because, like I said, it's more of like a Craigslist kind of thing, where we're just showing the animals that are available in the markets.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it. I think that's smart.
But we've made some tweaks on here, so you know, the Google algorithm will pick some of this stuff up now. I believe as of actually last week, some of this stuff actually shows up in Google searches now. If you're searching for a specific animal, you know, it might be page 2 or 3. We're still working on. You know, I'm making some minor tweaks. This is some stuff that I'm working on for building out my development side of it. And so a lot of this stuff on here, you know, just be kind of lenient with me because I did all of this myself with one of our developers. And so that's how we were able to roll this out without charging people money. Is I donated all of my time to get this done with one of our developers, just for the experience of building it out.
Well, thank you.
So many people ask for it, and it's like just a searchable database, you know, and it's nice to have. You know, if I'm going through, I'm doing stuff. I do it now because I keep my Husbandry Pro open because I use it for business. You know, I use it for everything. If someone wants to buy a snake from me, I invoice them through Husbandry Pro. You know, I sell it to them. I'm in Husbandry Pro, sending them, transferring them the animal, whether they're a user or not. I still transfer them the animal. They can still click the button, and if they just plug in their info for a free account, they'll have their records there in Husbandry Pro always of that animal that transferred to them. You can actually use it for a record database like that. You get the animal transferred to you from someone who has Husbandry Pro. You go in there with your free account, right? And once you hit your 5 animals, you're like, oh, what do I do? Just archive the animal. You can have more animals. You're not using it. You can still use it for your database of your records to keep up with the animals you bought if you're buying a bunch of animals from people who are using Husbandry Pro.
Yeah.
So that's an added feature. So I'm already in there anyways. And so now that it's there, I'm sitting there, I'm looking at it, I'm vegging out, I'm in the middle of doing some work, I need a little break. I'm like, oh, public market. Let me see who's listed some new stuff. Like, oh, Billy listed some new hotness. Let me message Billy. When's he shipping some stuff to America?
So if you're selling and invoicing through Husbandry Pro to another Husbandry Pro user, you're kind of setting up an ancestry.com for snakes. That's what it sounds like, right? You can track the genetics if you've got a history of sales from one Husbandry Pro user to another.
Yes.
Is that right?
If you choose to do so, it'll be more better in the Husbandry Pro Next system. With the lineage builder system that we're building out, will build out your lineage tree a lot better whenever you transfer your animals in. We've worked on that a good bit. That's something we're working on a good bit. You know, currently we have the lineage on there. It just shows your parents. You can go through in your records and you can build it out where it like connects to other animals and stuff, but it's not the best where you know, I mean, we try to be honest about that stuff. It's not the best at a glance. You know, when I go look at my lineage for an animal, I'm going to see the mom and dad. And the new system will be able to see much more visual. It'll be like mom, dad, grandparents. You'll be able to click a plus button and build them out. You know, like if you have pictures of great grandparents and they're not even in your system and stuff. We've focused on that a lot more in the new system for like our green tree breeders and our carpet python breeders who keep, you know, longer lineage records and stuff, who have records dating back years and stuff. They can go build that stuff out.
Yeah, that'd be really interesting.
Zach, you got a question down here.
Not quite sure the question there.
That's why I didn't read it. All right, we're going to take a quick sponsor break, y'all. We'll be right back.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I think I know what he was talking about. I think he's talking about adding different payment options, which we'll probably do in the future. It just won't be the near future because we're not doing a whole lot with Husbandry, with the current version of Husbandry Pro right now. Some system stuff, working on some tweaks to make it better. We're not, done with it. It's not ever going away. But our main focus is on Husbandry Pro next and getting everything smoothed out for that. So we haven't been adding too much to Husbandry Pro, some minor tweaks to make things move a little smoother, a little better. We did look at adding more payment options. That's something we're definitely going to be doing after we get the Husbandry Pro next stuff in there. We've looked at adding, just some easy stuff like Venmo, Cash App, what has been asked for. Zelle shouldn't be a problem. It's some stuff we're going to add in the future. And like currently on the store, you can plug in PayPal, Square, or Swipe. And that's on your store settings. When you go and set up your store, you can link one of those 3 payment portals. Those are the 3 that we offer right now. Most people have one of those 3. If not, you just don't set up the payment options. But let me see here. I should have mine set up. Let me look at one of my stores. But you can go in there, and we've had the buy now features. And this is more like something we did for the public stores that you get with your collector level tier or above. It's not anything we added for the market necessarily, but it translates. Pretty sure mine is set up. I never know. I'm always testing with mine, and it's like on here, not on here. If you're ever like, where's your animals, Zach? Be like, oh, my bad. Let me go turn them back on real quick. I was testing. Fine. Oh, yeah. That's so pretty. I love me some ultra milk hides.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Tyler's
we do have it. Look how nice and dark that is. So dark and nice.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's nice looking.
It really is. I got two really good ones. 3 years in a row, and I missed it. Then freaking, I hit 2 of them this year. They're both males because I went out and bought a male. Finally, I broke down and bought the male, and it's like, oh, now I hit 2 of them.
Of course.
Yeah, but we added the buy now feature for your stores, before the market even rolled out, and so when you set up your store in Husbandry Pro, you can set up, your, like I said, the 3 payment options, and you can do the buy now. And when you go to do the buy now, you put in your information. You've got some shipping options, but it'll give them the option to pay through what other methods you had set up. I'm not going to go through and do it. Everyone's going to copy my address again.
Yeah, I'll be sending you some fun packets, Zach.
But yeah, whatever you have set up, like mine, I just have Square set up. I don't have a Stripe account, and I don't take PayPal. So if you try to buy an animal through me and you go to that buy now, it's going to take you just to a little payment portal to, autofill your credit information. If you've already used Square for something, you've got your stuff all saved in there. So it's just real quick and you do it. There's a few different other things we've rolled out for this. We rolled this stuff out for the private store. Like you can do payment plans on there now. You can set them up.
Oh.
We didn't add in individual payment plans. That's something I looked at that we might add that in the future after Next rolls out. Sorry, a lot of stuff like that's got to wait on Next. But again, it's stuff that, anything like that's back burner stuff because it's more commerce side. It's more listing stuff. The only reason we really added that in the first place is because, if you're one of our higher level members, Husbandry Pro is not just your husbandry app anymore. Husbandry, if you're using, breeder level or above, it's your commerce site. You're using it to, keep all your records. You're using it to, update your pricing. I use it to make my pricing list. I use it to invoice people. When somebody asks for my inventory, I've got a Morph Market account. Do I send somebody a link to that? Hell no. Why? Because I just sent them 60,000 other animals to look at. I send them a link to this store right here. Because when I send a link to that store, there is nothing they can click on. And I don't have to do anything for this. That's why I have stuff with no pictures. Why? Because I never set up a listing for this. These are just animals. I went in my Husbandry Pro and I clicked a little toggle box just to go ahead and list it, And I've had inquiries on a couple of these animals, actually. People are like, hey, I see you got this. Can I get some pictures? Like, sure, yeah, let me go get you some pictures real quick. But this stuff's not on Morph Market. So I got to go make a listing. I got to go mess with that stuff, Husbandry Pro store, it's as easy as like I inputted the animals into my system from the clutch. And when I was doing so, I just went ahead and pre-toggled the switch for sale and it preloaded them into the store. So, you know, people can pre-shop this while I'm spending the next few weeks getting them fed up. They're not even ready for a show like these up here with no pictures. They're not even ready for a show yet, you know, but people can see, you know, at least tell what I've got. If I wanted to, I could upload pictures whenever I convert the animal. People who are, I don't know, those y'all have more time than I do. It's not that it takes longer to do it in Husbandry Pro. It's like, I've got to take the pictures and put them in the photo box. And
do you have a way to track sales through your site, like listing versus snakes sold? And are you able to share that data with any of the customers so they might get an idea as to how the market's moving? You know, say if you can go and look up and say you've got 100 subscribers to the selling portion of this, and there's 3,000 snakes for sale, and you're selling, you know, I don't know, 550 a month. Is that something that you guys track? That makes
so there's
sense?
certain analytics we look at in the back end, like click-through rates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But honestly, not too much on this stuff because it's just me. Like just looking to see, you know, I don't look at people's stuff. I don't look to see who clicked on what, who bought what. I just want to see, did somebody actually use my market that I made and we slow rolled out and didn't tell anyone about? You know, did anybody break anything? But you know, we're not a listing site, so we don't monitor it. We don't check on it. There's plenty of sales records you can get. Like it's definitely your good record book. You know, any animal you get, you can mark them sold. You can notate who the buyer is. You can put the price in for who it is. We have a very robust reporting server inside of Husbandry Pro where you can run sales reports for the year. It'll show you all the animals you sold, who sold them, if you fill all that information in. You know, because there's people who don't want to do all that. You know, like I don't want that record keeping. I just want to mark it sold. You can do that too. But like I like to use, if you use the invoice and stuff, when you do the invoicing system, it automatically puts in your seller info whenever you mark them sold and stuff like that. So that system's nice if you want to keep good records. You know, it's got it there for you. And then we've got like some PDF end of year sales reports you can do for like your taxes that just print off, or there's an actual like a report server where you can drill down and like the freaking filters on that thing are just enormous. You know, there's not very many people who look at it. I have looked at the numbers for stuff like that. There's not very many analytics freaks who look at it, but there are those of us out there. I use it periodically. But you can drill down super far and you can, you know, pull out a full report. It's going to show all of your users. And then you got it in Excel. You could sort and filter by, you know, which user you got, who sold and bought what. You can send them a invoice like, hey, here's the 12 animals you bought through me this year. I did it. A buddy bought 22,000 some odd dollars worth of snakes from me last year. And it was like 18 freaking animals all throughout the year. And then the end of the year, he's like, hey buddy, can I get an itemized invoice from my tax guy for all the animals I bought for you all year long? I didn't keep any records. And I was just like, I'm going to throttle you, dude. No one's going to do this for you. That's your job. You got to keep your own records. And I was sitting there and I was like, hold on, let me go look. And it was like, oh, sure enough, it was, you know, a fairly quick report through Husbandry Pro. And I was like, bam, here you go. I did have to go back and add prices in and stuff just because I don't keep prices in my system.
Yeah. That's what we use end of year. We just go Husbandry sales report, bam, right to the accountant. There you go. Have fun. That's everything we sold. But if I can, I'm going to do a quick shout out to myself. Tomorrow we will be doing or posting our Black Friday sale. I think what we settled on was 22s and 23s are going to be like half off, 50% off everything, 22 and 23. Yeah. And then 20% off all 24s, which there's not too many of available right now, which is a pain. We uploaded some new ones this past weekend and have about 15 more that we were going to upload, but they're all in shed. I feel like they are all on the same cycle right now. So yeah, there's 15 or 20 more animals that need to be listed, but couldn't get pictures of them because they all look horrible right now.
Are they listed on Husbandry Pro?
They are in Husbandry Pro, and they are marked for sale. So I don't know if that puts them automatically to the shop. I haven't looked at the shop stuff at all.
If you go into pricing, you can toggle the little switch that makes them for sale or for sale in the store. If you haven't toggled it in the store and you go to your store, you can actually change the secondary price, set up a secondary price category, like a show price or, call it Black Friday sale. And, go through there and, just set up some general bullshit settings like 20% off. Yep. I usually do like whatever my minimum is. Like if I'm doing everything's at least 10% off, I do 10% off. And then you apply it. It'll take everything in your store, do the 10% off. Ooh. And then you scroll through, adjust manually the 20% off, 40% off, and then toggle the little switch that says activate sale in store. And you'll get a little banner across all your listings that says sale and has the sale price on it. It markets it real nice. And then whenever your sale's over, you just go toggle it back off.
Yeah, we haven't really looked into the listing site on Husbandry. I mean, we have everything marked for sale. That's how we do all of our records. Literally everything's through Husbandry, sale list, show lists, all that fun stuff, but haven't looked into the store too much. So tomorrow we will probably, if it's as easy as clicking a button, we'll probably set that up and get everything set up there as well. I think we got 30 or 40 animals on Morph Market, and then we'd have probably 100 animals on Husbandry if it's that easy, and stuff that's only had 1, 2, 3 meals can be on there before they're technically ready. Yeah, I think I was just counting yesterday, 170 babies right now. Wow. And then there's still got to set 8 more up tomorrow, and we're coming down to the end. I just cut 2 clutches before the show today, and I only have 2 left. So we are really. That's
me. I've already pulled first clutch of the season too, or first clutch that'll hatch in 25.
I'm not there. There was 2 girls that were at like 24, and one reabsorbed, and the other I haven't checked in probably a month and a half. But I've paired her twice, so it's like, if she.
Oh, I thought you said you pulled a clutch today.
No, I cut 2 clutches today.
Oh, you cut 2 clutches today.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I cut 2 today, and then I got 2 more left on the year, and then I am done for now. I just did my first like big ultrasounding on the clutch on the collection this past week, and I've got a decent amount of girls sitting at like, in the teens. I was good and bad. A lot of my like proven girls didn't go last year, so everyone who gets into the teens without even being touched didn't go last year. So right now we checked, and I did 13 or 14 pairings this week and got 12 locks. I think only 1 didn't lock. So we're kicking off next year.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely check and see if you got your store stuff set up, because like one of the things, like we might not be promoting it and stuff, but if someone Google search like the genetics and the animal you're looking for, the way it's optimized, if you have it in your description in there, that stuff will pull up on the market. And for something we're not promoting as a listing site, I'll tell you that right now there's 5,606 animals listed on Husbandry Pro Market, which is more than any other listings. It's not a listing site, but there's no listing site besides Morph Market that has more animals than that, like by thousands. So it's a huge database to, that you already have a level. There's actually a lot of people who have that access and are using Husbandry Pro who've never actually went through and toggled the switch and went to their store and set it up. So their animals just aren't even listed because they just never set up the store. Like they just didn't.
That's where I'm at. I said I'm a Husbandry Pro novice. I don't touch it as much as I probably should.
See, I set up payment options, and I'm like, I need Carl. That's my husband. So we're going to be doing that this weekend.
Yeah, I'm over here. Like I use it more for the commerce stuff than I do the husbandry stuff. Like I'm horrible. Like I don't have feedings in there. If you look in my records, I have feedings on everything besides ball pythons, because everything besides ball pythons is on a different feeding schedule.
Right.
And they all eat frozen thawed. And so all of my stuff that eats frozen thawed gets feeding notifications because I use it to pull my feeding lists, especially with, I got carpet pythons eating every 3 weeks. Some boas eating every 5 weeks. I'm moving some stuff to 4 weeks whenever, like I feed them a big meal. And so like my feeding list is like grossly different every single day I look at it for my frozen thawed stuff. And then there's just ball pythons. And they just
every week, whatever you ate, whatever.
Because I ain't feeding them all frozen thawed. That would take me. I don't have. Who has the time? Like, geez.
Hey, Tyler, real quick before we move on, what
Yeah.
clutch are you most looking forward to for 25?
I think there's a couple, but the big one that I just paired this week is brand new. So this hasn't been like let out. We purchased these a little bit ago, but I haven't like made a post about them. I purchased a Fire Monarch Pied breeder male right at you, Zach.
Wait, you added Fire and the Monarch and a Pied, so you made it look more like an ultra male?
Yeah, a little bit, but that's, the only breeder male, available ever sold. It's cool. It's nice. And then a proven breeder pastel double het. So those are actually, funny enough, the parents to the Monarch Pied female I bought a year ago. So they're getting paired up. I have my first shots at Monarch Pieds through them. And the Monarch Pied I also purchased a year ago, who's their daughter is sitting at like 1,500 grams right now. So she'll be getting paired. I don't know exactly what to, but I just might put her to the male and make a whole clutch of Monarch Pieds to hold back.
Nice.
So she lays a nice clutch, and I could just get like 4 female Monarch Pieds. I'll keep them all. I don't.
Yeah.
Every time I do that, it's like sausage fest. Nothing but boys. Like, really? Why do you hate me?
So, Holly, I'm not airing out our whole thing, but like me and Holly had a deal. She had a great snake I really wanted. There was a clutch that was laid from a gene and a male that she's wanted. 8 eggs, fucking all males. Literally the whole clutch was males, and she wanted a female. I'm just like, I didn't. It was very, very annoying. And yeah, it was a nice clutch. Like I would have wanted to hold some back too, but yeah, 8 for 8 males. Luckily, I sold one already, which is nice. But like, yeah,
that was my ultra male clutch, bro, this year. Freaking like the one where I had the listings listed up. I had 7 for 7. Sausage fest. All boys.
I was just happy that didn't happen with my triple het Monarch Compide clutch. Like, I got worse than I wanted. I got like a 4-3, which wasn't great, but at least I didn't get a 6-1 or something stupid.
Yeah.
I would have ride.
What about you, Zach? What clutch are you looking forward to at 25?
Oh, 25? I don't even know, man. Like, my stuff's all weird. Like I was just saying, like, I just pulled the last clutch of the season. My incubator was empty for a week and a half, 2 weeks. And then I pulled the first clutch that's going to hatch out. And I've got 2 girls on egg watch right now. And just like, I got some girls starting to build. And like the girls that I just pulled and are on egg watch are proven except for one. And they already went like 4 months sooner last year than what they're going right now. I don't even know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to go. This season was just so whack. I'm just, anything that happens will be better than 2024. I ended up pairing like 48 females for 15 clutches. Like, it was insane.
Oh,
insane.
shit.
Oh, wow.
Wow. What are you looking at for this year, like clutch wise?
I'm pairing about the same. I trimmed a little last year after hitting 31 clutches. I refocused what I wanted to do and how many clutches I want. So I had trimmed back a little bit, and it was doing less to do the 46 pairings. But I don't know. Like, my first 3 years, I had phenomenal odds. You know, we're talking about 100% go rate, 100% go rate, a 95% go rate, and then it was like a 75% go rate, and I was like, huh. And then last year was like a 30% go rate, and I was like, huh. But I moved, and like everything. Like, there was a huge cut year. You know how it is. It's like all these females you've been growing up that are like super awesome that you produced and stuff that are going to replace these bunk females that you were breeding because you have nothing else. And it's like, so you stole females that were proven to make room for these girls that are ready, and they didn't know. None of them were going to be year 2 girls. They're all going to be at least year 3 girls, and they're just like,
I'm sitting there right now, like, I'm trying to decide. I'm like, how many to pair, exactly what to pair. Because I was looking, I have, and what to sell too. Like, I need to sell some adult girls, but right now in the collection, I'm sitting at like 130 females that could get paired. And yeah, right. No. So I'm sitting on like, oh shit. So I'm gonna let go of probably like 20 breeder girls or so, and then I might pair.
Wait till they lay. Get babies first. I cut 18, and of the 18, 16 of them have now laid for the person they bought them for after I sold them. And I'm like, y'all hate me. All you that's
yeah.
Clutches. That'd have been 30 clutches I got this year.
Yeah. Oh, Travis, you know another one? I'm looking them dead in the eye. I got 3 chances at triple visual hypoclompides.
Oh wow.
Dying for those, and that has been one of my most pain in the ass projects over the past like 2 seasons. So hopefully I can get one this season. And then I also have chances at really nice hypoclom combos, and then those are like visually going to be the cool stuff. And then I'm making a ton of like triple and like quad head stuff with Zach's favorites.
Like I got several shots for clown pieds.
Yep.
A couple shots for hypo clowns. You know what's crazy? It's like I've got the male. You know, I've got my disco hypo clown pied male, but I don't have any triple females except for the triple females I hatched this year that I got to grow up. So I don't have anything to actually make the triples with.
They got to be ready in 12 months, Zach. Come on. What are you?
All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and cut this off. I know I have some cooking I need to do, and tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and oh man, we all need some sleep, don't we?
Yeah.
Sleep, what's that?
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm prepping the turkey after this and doing a bunch of other stuff, Thanksgiving related. So I'm not getting much sleep tonight.
I'm definitely getting some sleep. All right, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
No show Saturday. Enjoy your families.